Today is a great day for all of us. But let's be serious. It's not about just one rally. Not about a couple of nuts in the background who want to take it all away from you. I'm proud to be here with people who are willing to stand up. I'm proud to be here with people who understand that it's more than just sending an email that gets you going. Every once in a while, you got to get out of the streets and get a little bloody when necessary.
You know what, you jerk, you creep, you fraud, you phony tough guy, Representative you-know-what, Capuano of Massachusetts. This man needs to be held accountable in the media for his attempt to encourage violence. Now, there's a real statement of violence right there. Nobody has to make things up. Nobody has to read between the lines. Nobody has to play any games. There it is. Now, while you are all busy working today, I'm not done with this, but I want to hit something because it's bothering me. Sometimes I just do my stream of consciousness. The president did two things. Well, he did more than that. But let me focus on one right now. The Defense of Marriage Act. His Justice Department decided that it would cease legal defense of the Act, Section 3, at the direction of the President of the United States. Section 3, basically, in determining the meaning of any act of Congress or of any ruling, regulation, interpretation of various administrative bureaus, the word marriage means only a legal union between one man and one woman as husband and wife, and the word spouse refers only to a person of the opposite sex who is a husband or wife. They're tired of defending that. That is the definition of marriage. Because it's so hard to make the case in front of these activist judges. But first, let us remember what the Defense of Marriage Act is. Passed the Senate by a vote of 85 to 14. Passed the House of Representatives by a vote of 342 to 67. This was in 1996. Bill Clinton signed it into law. And the bottom line is, not only did it define marriage at the national level, it said, no single state or no city or other political subdivision needs to treat as a marriage a same-sex relationship considered a marriage in another state. So in other words, one state cannot impose its will on another state. So if the state of Massachusetts decides that same-sex marriage is compelled under their constitution in a 4-3 vote by its equivalent of the Supreme Court of Massachusetts, then that doesn't have to be honored in every other state under the full faith and credit clause of the Constitution, the federal Constitution. So it was an attempt to protect other states, their rights, their Constitution, their citizens from decisions that were made by 4 justices in Massachusetts or whatever state or town. Isn't that controversial? Oh, my goodness. Isn't that horrible? Are you telling me that Congress overwhelmingly passed a law with got overwhelming votes from Democrats, signed by Bill Clinton, that said that one state, really one Supreme Court of one state, can't impose its will on the whole nation? Oh, my God, what are we going to do? Well, this is just too much for the Obama administration. Let me tell you exactly what's going on here. This guy is trying to reach out to his base. So by withdrawing its defense of part of the Defense of Marriage Act, there's nobody left to defend that part of the law. So the litigants, that is the plaintiffs, win. Ultimately they will. So the definition of marriage at the federal level, as part of the DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, will eventually fall. Because our constitutional scholar of a president has decided, after all this time, that it's unconstitutional and we can't defend it anymore. How do you like that? Such a smart guy. I told you they're going to use all the instrumentalities of government at hand to advance their agenda. This man has not moved to the center. He's never going to move to the center. There is no center to this. He's a leftist. He's a leftist. And then our friends at the Department of Justice, always wanting to uphold justice over there, Lady Liberty in the form of Eric Holder. Lady Holder over there. This from Politico. The Justice Department under President Barack Obama has quietly dropped its legal representation of more than a dozen Bush-era Pentagon and administration officials, including former Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld and aide Paul Wolfowitz, in a lawsuit by al-Qaeda operative Jose Padilla, who spent years behind bars without charges in conditions his lawyers compare to torture. Charles Miller, a Justice Department spokesman, confirmed the government has agreed to retain private lawyers for the officials, cost of up to $200 per hour. Miller said conflict concerns prompted the decision. He didn't elaborate. Well, let me elaborate. Mr. Holder's law firm represented all kinds of terrorists, miscreants, thugs, barbarians at Guantanamo Bay. He doesn't like the way they were treated by the Bush administration. Neither do the other morons that he appointed who report to him. So they don't want to defend the Bush administration officials anymore, so they'll outsource it to some private lawyers. This is important so you can understand the mentality of the people who've been sworn in to uphold our Constitution and look out for our security. Who the hell in their right mind would pick a guy like Eric Holder out of that law firm to be the head of our law enforcement activities in this country? Well, a man who agrees with them, who agrees with the defense bar and the ACLU and all the other losers on the left in my profession, Barack Obama. So this Justice Department was said to be politicized under George W. Bush. Remember all that? Politicized under Ashcroft. Now they smack us in the face every day with their political antics. Nobody says a damn thing. Nobody calls for an investigation. The media sit on their fat, bloated asses and do nothing. Nothing. Write articles about comments about Michelle Obama. Oh, the horror. Oh, the decency. Oh, my God. Don't comment on the First Lady. Now, you can trash everybody else. You can trash the children of George W. Bush when he was in office. You can trash Sarah Palin's children. Trash away. Smear away. Just don't talk about Michelle Obama. And why is that? I don't know. So our Justice Department's very, very busy undermining our culture, undermining our society, undermining our security, just undermining all the time. And nobody cares. That's why you're a joke out there, you media types. You really are pathetic. I mean, this Jay Carney, or whatever the hell his name is, he used to be at Time Magazine and used to be somewhere else before that, a journalist. Amazing how quickly he can be a spokesman for Biden and then a spokesman for Obama. At least that guy has the class to be an official spokesman for Obama. All the rest of you libs out there who claim to be journalists, you don't have the class to be official spokesman for Obama, although we know who you are. One last thing as I come full circle. No, I'm not done. Not done with the NEA and its affiliate. The Wisconsin Education Association Council really is the lowest of the low. Kyle Olson writing at Town Hall. The fact is that the WEAC, the largest teachers union in Wisconsin, has grossly abused the privilege of collective bargaining for decades, resulting in the unnecessary siphoning of millions of dollars from Wisconsin public schools. Under current Wisconsin law, the identity of the insurance company that provides health care to school employees is a matter of collective bargaining in each district. In the majority of districts around the state, WEAC negotiators have used the law to pressure local school boards into purchasing coverage from, well, the Wisconsin Education Association Trust, an insurance company established by and closely associated with the union. Oh, now this is great. So they shake down the taxpayers. They shake down their members. They create their own little insurance company. They charge more than many of their competitors, the article goes on to explain. And we're supposed to sit there like a bunch of fools, like bumps on a log, and just take it, one state to the other. And these bums wrap themselves in the civil rights movement, claim to be part of the working masses. This, ladies and gentlemen, is like the mob. They have us coming and going, don't they? We pay for it all, you and me, while you're struggling to hold on to your homes, while you're struggling to put a little money aside to save for your future, while you're concerned about the debt and the deficit. These people are marching not over 5% contributions and 12% contributions, and not even over collective bargaining. They want to have the power to imprison these teachers, to make them pay their union dues, which they then use to pad the pockets of political hacks. I've demonstrated that. And they set up their cozy little insurance company, charge the school district more than they should, and we're paying for the whole damn thing. Education, of course. Oh, no. We have to continue to support this, or little Sally won't be able to read. I'm zigging and zagging, baby, but I'm hitting them right out of the park, one after another. Just the nature of things today. There's so much to get to. So much tyranny afoot. What's his name, Mike? I don't have the call screen up. SID in Denver, XM Satellite. Yes, how may I help you?
Hello, Mark Levin, the hate one. Are you there, Mark?
SID, are you going to speak or am I going to have to circumcise you?
Oh, you want me to start? Okay, I'll go ahead and start. I don't understand you, man. I mean, this beautiful thing is happening in the Middle East, and you don't even see it. I mean, you want to get rid of dictators, don't you, Mark? But now you've turned it into, this is some kind of a Muslim...
May I ask you something? Are you sitting on a cucumber or something? You sound a little tight to me, my friend. I'll lower this fool. Let me explain something to you. What's his name, Mr. Producer? Sid? May I call you Dick? Let me explain something to you, Dick. I'm all in favor of getting rid of dictators. What I oppose are mass-murdering terrorist Islamo-Nazis. And you see, Dick, you have no way of controlling who is going to be leading in Egypt. And as far as I can tell right now, the mass-murdering terrorist barbarians, that is, Islamo-Nazis, are starting to organize. So that concerns me, Dick. Now, while we're on the subject, I do want us to knock off the head of Libya. Ronald Reagan tried, and he was attacked for that, as I recall. But your hero, Obama, he waits 8 or 9 days, puts out a truly pathetic statement today, and says he doesn't like all the violence that's going on there. Wow, how about that? And we're still waiting to hear from him on Iran, Dick.
Just as Egypt was ground zero for a revolution for economic justice in the Middle East, Wisconsin's ground zero for economic justice across America. This fight is not about deficits and budgets. It's about workers' right to collective bargaining. It seems the governor does not want your pocketbooks, he wants your head. We will not give our head. We'll fight until victory is assured.
Whoa. He wants your head? David Gregory. Where's my Meet the Depressed music? Do you have it there, Mr. Producer? David Gregory. Are you out there, David Gregory? Meet the Depressed. Did you just hear what Jessie Jerkson said, as the great Bob Grant used to call him? Jessie Jerkson just said that the governor wants their head. Sounds very violent to me. Let's go back to that punk congressman from Massachusetts. What did he say? Where is it? Play it. Audio.
Today's
Go.
a great day for all of us. But let's be serious. It's not about just one rally. Not about a couple of nuts in the background who want to take it all away from you. I'm proud to be here with people who are willing to stand up. I'm proud to be here with people who understand that it's more than just sending an email that gets you going. Every once in a while, you got to get out of the streets and get a little bloody when necessary.
Little bloody, yeah. Like the good old days, huh, pal? Like the good old days, huh, tough guy? Jessie Jerkson talking about the governor wanting your heads. Then we have this punk congressman. Time to get bloody in the streets, he says. Let's get a little bloody. Oh, I'm sure Meet the Depressed will be focused on this. Maybe he'll even have Nancy Stretch Pelosi on. And he'll say to her, what do you think about this? What do you say about this? Maybe he'll press her as hard as he pressed Boehner on the birthers. Huh? Maybe so. Do you agree with this? Do you say these sort of things? Isn't it your responsibility, Nancy, to tell them no? Wink, wink. Tell them no. The liberals love this. Anarchy, baby. They love it. Anarchy in the streets. A little bit of blood, they don't mind that either. You heard the congressman from Massachusetts. A little bit of smacking around heads. You heard Jessie Jerkson. It's the good old days. Reminds them of Selma, I guess. We'll be right back.